essence of our visit this evening is to embark upon monitoring and evaluation visit after using digital means to assess all the MMDAs for 1 year. The bone of contention was whether the MFOs, coordinating directors, municipal works engineers, and the people at the grassroots had the capacity to disburse or to handle huge sums of money. President Mahama challenged the status quo in making sure that he gave them not less than $2 million each for 2025. And ours was to go to see whether they were using the amount of $2 million each per each municipality in accordance with the will and policies of the government. Going round, some were able to disburse about 40%, some 30%, the highest was 68%, and some 37%. The worst was 3.9%, and they are about 3 in the country. So I have to go around to see why is it that you'll be giving money and you not spend the money on the people. So this is the essence of our monitoring visit. And to verify and confirm whether the assessment that we have done is right. And you will testify that the questions and the presentation tally with the report I'm bringing from the ministry. It tells you that we are in charge. So going forward, all the MMDCs are going to sit up. Coordinating directors are going to sit up. Municipal finance officers and district finance officers will sit up. Everybody will sit up because there's a collective responsibility. If you are the budget officer and you are not up and doing, the system will own you up. If you are social welfare, you are not up and doing, the system will own you up. So nobody can hide anywhere. And I think this is the best time to help in building the Ghana we want. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Wow. You want to solve problems. So always as leaders, let's solve problems. Don't pack this money to election time. If this money had been used to buy a fridge for one disability, we would have been buying sachet water and putting in it and be selling for something to chop. But the money is in the account and it's for them. And you are managing it. And no matter what, you can't chop a person so long as I'm the minister. That money, what I'm doing here, the next time I will do same. And that accountability will be on TV. Whatever we are doing here is live. So please and please, Madam Social Welfare, I'm doing this so that the next time the first quarter comes, MFO will call you and tell you this is your money, pay me 1 cent. MFO, is that clear? No matter how hard the times are, don't borrow from it. It's an area they always borrow from. Director, you don't have any place to borrow. I've been with the assemblies for a long time, and I've assessed them for a long time. So if I'm asking you questions, I want you to tell me the truth. Then I'll correct you so that you don't commit the mistakes again. By the time the first quarter is in, but they are waiting for the returns, how you use this one, before that will be released. So please, call a general meeting with them and let them know that they should assist you. And get your own book records so that you will not depend on MFO. You must be empowered to know how much comes to Accra City. You are not a village MCU. You are city MCE. And the regeneration of all those structures that you see is your responsibility. So you can't be complaining I don't have land. But the assembly, your jurisdiction is not in space. Once you are on earth here, you have lands. How do you make sure that the few spaces left, you are able to build them vertical to provide public good to the people? That's what you should do. You've done one. And you said poor market structures. It was part of your presentation. The 24-hour market, why are you building it? Which model are you building? The small one. What is the size of the land? 4 acres. Then you have to go vertical. Since you don't have land, you see, in Ghana, people are selling on the street because of poor leadership. I'm telling you this. That is what President Mahama wants to fix. From 1998, when I came to Accra, people have been holding sticks, sacking people from the streets. You have not provided a conducive place for the people to go and buy and sell. That's why they are loitering the street every day. You are here, you have not built a market. Your women will go to Makola, Magdina go to Makola, Daddy Kotopon go to Makola, everybody goes to Makola, then we call it Central Business District. Then when they go there, everybody is selling on the street. Which part of this world that you see that this one happen? It doesn't happen. We are the city planners. We must plan to eliminate that. How do you eliminate it? By building conducive and befitting places for our sisters and mothers to be selling. When you do that and they refuse to go there, then you can clear the market and make sure nobody trade on the market. You sit here as a fiscal planner, then you demarcate and allocate the buffers for people to put containers. Where you have to be planting trees, you concretize it and you build container there. So when it rains, it goes to the street, then the place will be flooding. This is what we want to prevent. Once you build the market and the people are there, whatever you want, go there. Then you can secure the buffers and plant trees there and beautify the streets. Then you can be providing oxygen in the city. Then the heat waves that we are all experiencing will disappear. Nobody will do this for you. I went to Korea with you. They took us to the mountain and told us that this mountain was full of stones. We have planted trees there and created forests on the mountains. What were they telling us? They are telling us that we can create forests in Ghana as well. That's what I'm telling you. So, to whom much is given, much is expected from you. And coordinating director is not like the olden days. It is not business as usual at all. Some coordinating directors may not qualify to continue as coordinating directors. Some MFOs may not qualify to continue as MFOs. Some heads may not qualify. Because the argument was that you cannot handle big money. So Accra should be spending the money. Then John Mahama said, let's try them and see. Let's give them the money and see whether they can spend or not. Then people were saying, if you give it to them, they will become corrupt. They said, let's give it. Let's go to cabinet and issue guidelines, tight ones, which we did. After 1 year, we are coming to see how you have applied the guidelines, how you have spent the money. That's what we are doing. So if you are coordinating director and you couldn't spend the money, madam, do you qualify to be there? If you are a planning officer and you couldn't plan on how the money will be spent, so please, if you leave the responsibility to only accountant, who are your accountants? Where are your accountants? How many accountants do you have? 4. And within 2 hours, they can't provide this. The total amount was how much? It's how much? So I was right when I said 500 to 600. You see, I'm not you, but I'm able to conjecture and tell you what you. So why is it that you were giving 475,000 for persons with disability, and your social welfare officer doesn't know? Your social services committee chairman, assembly member doesn't know, and you have spent only 126,000. Is the balance in the account? Do you have the balance in the account? What is your plan? Why are you going to disburse the balance? Huh? MC. Okay, you say so. I'll come there. No, sorry, na you who no na muncheska. Please, order. He just prompted you. So you are here, you don't check what is happening everywhere. Were you aware that the money is not being disbursed? When? When was the last time? Last week. You came to complain. Did you come to him? Madam? Did you? And what did he tell you? You should go vetting there. You don't you have an album for the person? You have the album. How many are they? 332. 332, and they gave you 475 million for 1 year. Spend it on them, and you haven't done this. No, it's 126, 184. Why should you spend 126,000 on 184 when you have 300? For 1 year, you were given 475 for the people. Let me tell you, the essence of the money is to economically empower the people. Persons with disability, some are blind, some are lepers, some cannot even do any other work, but they pay light bills, they eat. Those who were collecting the road tolls are no more there. Some are even schooling. And they give you the money that take this money to economically empower these people. Because when they write application for employment, you don't employ them. The money that belongs to them too, you allow the money to be in the account and you are giving excuses. Is it fair? Oh, Master, you don't want to be blessed. Please, you have within these 2 weeks, within what? 2 weeks, convey the and Assemblywoman, you say you people, you two, you are not correct too. How can there be an assembly without speaker? When you become too partisan that you can't elect a presiding member, you all suffer. You see how the people are suffering because of this, your egocentric attitude. It's not good. You are not representing yourself. You represent the people. So your inability to elect a presiding member is giving a field day not to DCE but to coordinating director and MFO. I've been a member 18 years. When there's no presiding member, everything is to them. The worst is they will go on transfer. Then you'll be suffering here. Are you useful? Then when we come for deep part, you fail. The money that's supposed to give into assembly, you won't get. So who are you serving? Yourself? Or your party, or who? And you say you are the social services committee chairperson. Look, even if you are not a member of the assembly, per the Local Governance Act 936, you hide under the right to information law. Then you write to this assembly, I want to know how much money came for persons with disability. You don't need to be voted for. You'll be given that information. Are you not aware? But have you done that? You are social service committee, but they've not given it to you. Then you say, I'm chairperson. But they are not giving you the correct stuff. Anyway. So, give them a directive that anytime for that money, they should make it known to them. That's it. They should make it known to them. MFO. You see how you are sweating? Going forward. Please. Going forward, whether place order. Where's the mic? Bring the spare mic. This one, I see the batteries. Whether you like it or not, they are the people you must work with. Whether you like it or not, the assembly belongs to them, not you. Understand? The assembly belongs to the assembly members. They are representing the people living in Ayawaso Central, not you, the technocrat. Director, you are working for the people. You are working for them. Therefore, every information, let them know. It's participatory democracy, inclusive governance. Don't intimidate them. Money comes, you don't let them know. How can she is the social services committee chairperson and she doesn't know how much came for persons with disability? And you, when those information comes, the presiding member will be copied. But you people fail to elect a presiding member, putting yourself in the dark. Are you being fair to the people? That is why, if there is no Speaker of Parliament, there is no Parliament. The first thing Parliament does on 6th January, before the swearing in of the President, is to elect the Speaker of Parliament. So if there is an assembly and there's no presiding member, there's no assembly. So, but they have thresholds, they will be spending and they will be paid. And it is not, they don't want to get a presiding member. I'm telling you, if you don't know, I'm telling you. So whatever you do, that you voted 3 times, whatever you do to get a presiding member, how many assemblies members do you have? 18. Reconvene an emergency meeting. If you can't do it, I will come and assist you. There must be a presiding member. There must be a presiding.
Anapa dwumadi a yɛn ahyase nebiesa dwumadi a yɛreyɛ Zoom Lion na ahyase na yɛn anya yɛn adɔfo no ma yɛn ne wɔn tae adwuma Fedems company and a dredge masters and I am not move na yɛrebɔ ma yɛ den na yɛreyɛ yɛn kan ti awa ne sɛ nsutɔ ne hyase yɛn ho sɛ nsuyiri ahyase na nsuyiri mpɛn bebree no ɛyɛ fi a yɛde agugu gata mu ebi nso wɔ hɔ a structural issues a nkrɔfo sisi dan ana wɔn esisi nneɛma esi gata ne ade kwan ntina ama sɛ nsu no ntumi nkɔ nti efi na de kosi fida no ne yɛreyɛ ne sɛ yɛbɛtiti gata mu ayi efi ahye gata ne mu nyinaa na baby a dredging ho hia no so no dredge masters so be kwa kotutu akwan akese no se na be na nsu no to a ebenya baby afa nsu de se wanya baby amfa obepe ne kwan nti ne ayere tia wa mu ne se ebetiti akwan ne mu na gatas mu ne ade se na be na nsu yiri ne ba ebenya baby afa na nsu yiri de be bara kan because ebi esisi adan ankasa na nso no se ne esisi ade no erense ade bebresa But I say, Ubasha fit it in a Zoom Lion shall say the Juma way. What can we say DNA? Zoom Lion, say a BCC, Ebe Prapra, Quem, Atitigate, making sure, say, Quem would the holiday, a idea, our Yamujam, our room, a idea, Nakana Fibia. Na afini asande ni to ne ho se da bi se na ne amasiko no se amfa ye
an invitation to visit Belarus, and before I left, when I spoke to several people, they said na Belarus and also infa but you'll be shocked at that country's progress. They were part of the Soviet Union, and while they were part of the Soviet Union, they were the part of the Soviet Union that was focused on production of agricultural equipment for the whole USSR. After the breakup of the USSR, that's an occupational hazard at the airport, and incidentally it was South African Airways. And so after the breakup of the Soviet Union, they maintained the competence of building first-class agriculture. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to join you I bring you warm greetings and the goodwill of the people of Ghana to the government and people of Belarus. This visit marks an important moment in the relations between our two countries. It provides us an opportunity to reaffirm our shared commitment to building a modern and forward-looking partnership that is founded on mutual respect, sovereign equality, and practical cooperation. Though geographically distanced, Ghana and Belarus are united by a common aspiration, the desire to create prosperity for our people, strengthen economic resilience, advance technological progress, and build inclusive societies capable of meeting the challenges of the 21st century. I'm particularly pleased that this visit has resulted in the signing of important bilateral agreements in the form of 3 memoranda of understanding. These MOUs represent more than just diplomatic achievements. They will establish the practical framework for our governments, institutions, and private sector to collaborate more effectively. They will facilitate greater exchange between our people. They will reduce barriers to official engagements, promote trade and investment, and create new opportunities for economic growth and technological cooperation. By combining Ghana's agricultural potential with Belarusian expertise and innovation, we can create partnerships that contribute to food security, industrial growth, and shared prosperity. We therefore welcome greater engagement between the business communities of Ghana and Belarus and encourage our private sectors to explore partnerships that will generate jobs, facilitate knowledge exchange, and deepen economic ties. The true measure of our success, however, will not be the agreements we have just signed today, but the concrete benefits they will deliver to our citizens in the year ahead. Ghana stands ready to work closely with Belarus to ensure the effective implementation of these agreements and to identify additional areas where our cooperation can grow and flourish.
That transpired during his visit. Mr. President, the microphone is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Felix. We are happy to be back home. Home sweet home. Home is always the best place to be. But we live in a community of nations, and we have interactions with other nations. We normally receive loads of invitations to visit, but we're careful to choose the ones that will be the most economically and diplomatically beneficial to both our two countries. And so we accepted an invitation to visit the United Kingdom. It was in respect of the Ghana Investment Summit, which is a summit that is held regularly in the UK. And it is attended by investors, not only from the UK, but from across Europe. It's become almost an EU affair. And so it was very well attended. GIPC, GEPA, and all of them were behind the Free Zones Board, all of them. And it was oversubscribed, actually. And there was a lot of interest because of Ghana's recent economic performance. The investor climate has improved. And so many companies are looking favorably in terms of what opportunities are available for them to invest. On the sidelines of this summit, we signed the Ghana-UK Growth Partnership Agreement. We're moving our relationship from one of dependency to one of trade and investments. And this is one of the foundations of that new relationship. And under that growth and investment agreement, we signed an agreement to set up a first commercial scale ship repair yard in Takoradi, close to the harbor, in order to integrate the whole of that western corridor in terms of marine activity. And that's a £101 million project, and it will create the Takoradi floating dock for ship repair. In addition, we also signed an agreement for commercial afforestation in the OT region. Also training of AI. You remember we recently outdoored our AI strategy. And so we're going to collaborate with UK in terms of expanding training in AI. Our AI strategy is headlined AI for Good. And so we'll work together to make sure that AI is beneficial to Ghana. There's also a component for training clinical healthcare engineers to man biomedical equipment. One of our major setbacks has been that anytime we purchase biomedical equipment, their maintenance and repair has been a major problem. So you provide it to the hospital, and in a year or two, it's broken down. And so that's one area we're going to focus training for engineers to be able to maintain our biomedical equipment. We had a bilateral
Good morning, and thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Aldo Moore, and it's always a pleasure to come your way. Today is the 11th, I believe, yes, the 11th of June, 2026, and this is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad to be back here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. I also want to say a big thanks to you, the loyal, esteemed, and distinguished audience, for tuning in every day from 7 a.m. to 9:55. Remember that today at the just about 9:45, there's a quarter to 10, so that's quarter to top of the hour. We'll bring you the World Cup update. Today the World Cup starts, and in Mexico is coming up against South Africa. It appears that the whole of Africa, or most countries within the African region, appear to be supporting Mexico because of what's been happening in South Africa. To some extent, I get that, but Africa's still Africa. Let's support South Africa so that when an African team does well, Africa would be praised. It would also change the perception that the world has about African football. African football must be seen that it has come of age and that we can match toe-to-toe with the rest of the world, the best teams in the world. So let's forget about the xenophobia issue. Yes, I totally get that. It's painful. It's annoying. But let's look at the bigger picture and support South Africa so that South Africa will come up good, or will come good in the encounter with Mexico. So Michael Kofi will be joining me at 9:45 to bring you the latest as far as the World Cup is concerned. And also yesterday we had a big launch somewhere in Chado. We officially launched our coverage of the 2026 World Cup Mundial. We'll bring you some excerpts of that later on when Michael Kofi joins me. But for now, let me once again welcome you to the show and to say that we're happy that you've tuned in. The show is also live on 94.1 FM on your radio dial, so please tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend. Those of you who have also called us to complain about the fact that we're not on DSTV, this is just a little technical challenge. Our technical team is working around the clock to fix that. So shortly, that would be fine, so that you can continue to watch us on DSTV. We sincerely apologize, and we believe that, that any inconvenience caused is deeply regretted. I've had several calls from our loyal viewers who have been complaining why we're not on DSTV. We're so sorry. It is actually due to circumstances beyond our control, and we would fix that as soon as we can. Let me say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. In fact, I should have said that at the beginning before I proceeded, but that's fine. I'll look at the papers and some of the online portals, and I'll start with the Daily Graphic. The Daily Graphic this morning says that Parliament Junior Graphic launch project on the democracy, and there's also GDP growth 6.4% in first quarter of 2026. ICT and mining trade drive economy. Graphic business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting discusses cyber fraud on Tuesday. The Ghanaian Times is reporting that food supply improves in SHSs. Government commits 4 billion cedis to feeding, according to the Education Minister. Economy records 6.4% growth in quarter one. Estadio Azteca roars today as 2026 World Cup kicks off. Illegal gambling drains economies, NLADG warns. The Daily Guide this morning says NLA workers threaten strike over deplorable conditions. A citizen requests 36 companies' tax records from GRA. Ex-Maslock boss landed in wheelchair, appeals conviction. Soft Care champions menstrual dignity, donate sanitary products. KGL's big payment, price of state-backed monopoly, not heroism. The Inside this morning says the Ghana's lottery under scrutiny as private citizen files RTI request for full records on taxes, revenues, penalties, and others. Fidel Castro's final reflection. The PK Amwabing leadership alumni convened to combat corruption, build visionary leaders. Honorable Abdul Hakim Entry targets jobs, roads, and agriculture in ambitious development agenda for Brim North District. There's also U.S. reportedly moves $3 billion in frozen Iranian assets via UAE in exchange for halting attacks on Israel. The New Republic says the Ponzi CPA cast in #1 Playboy, how Andrew Techiapia's startup Glamour collapsed under the weight of $11.6 million in court judgment. Investigations intensify. Subsidiary collapsed over $20 million over $20 million vanishes. Okateche Frifa court in goes borehole scandal, and there's also Bisius Galamsey fraud trial. Prosecution suffers major setback as court strikes out hearsay evidence. Mahama rise high on economic turnaround, but public expectations are rising. Political threat theater at Afari. Minority MPs blocked from unfinished military hospital. The battle for NDC's throne upon Fosu set to declare as Sinari Nilante Azokaseko chairmanship seat. Wow, it's getting more and more interesting. And then there's Joyce Bawa. So this is Daily Post. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari donates 15 Dell computers to NDC Communications Bureau in Northeast region. There's IEA poll, 58% of Ghanaians back Mahama despite dip in approval ratings. Ghana launches Landmark Women and Youth Employment Program to create over 30,000 jobs. That's with today's Daily Post. And Mike Dokusi, how are you? Long time. It has been a while. He's a very good friend of mine. He's the managing editor of the Daily Post newspaper. Now, let me go to my Joe Online. Ghana International Bank CEO sacked, new CEO named. And there's also, we may not have the stars, but we have the spirit. Kofi Adams predicts strong Black Stars run. The City Newsroom has Mahama reveals list of 808 staff at Jubilee House. Sorry about that. Let me rather do this. Mahama reveals. Okay. My apologies. Now, free SHS suppliers to Pickett Education Ministry over 50 million cedis debts. That's still with the City Newsroom. The City Business Festival after takes center stage as first roundtable discussion today. Afari Sewia delays caused by inherited ICU economy, according to Nawani. There's also Ghana Web that says the Ghana Ghanaian activists allegedly attacked by vigilantes in South Africa. I'm told he's called, what's the name of this guy? It's got some interesting name like that. I've seen the video, it's quite barbaric. Lodwar Forest under siege, a 200-year-old legacy fights survival. National Petroleum Authority achieved triple ISO certification in historic first. Congratulations to you. That's Godwin Edudzi Tamaklo. There's also Metro TV online. Hooray! Yes, it's back. Bigger and better, sweeter, more, and it's nicer actually. Metro TV online. Boakye Jaku rallies Central Regional MPP leaders and constituency executives. The Zoomlion NADMO and as the FEDEMS, DML and partners begin a 3-day anti-flood cleaning in Accra. Infantino says better to chill over World Cup visa issues. Of course, that's the FIFA president. And then there's also newborn vanishes from Salaga Hospital. Police bill to senior officials amid tension. There's Ghana's High Commissioner calls for deeper Ghana-UK legal cooperation to strengthen business certainty. So that's with Metro TV online.com. My name is Aldo Moro once again. Stay with us. My guests are in. We'll kickstart the conversation shortly.
Tanumo onunchoni hawo dangma chiechele wekun wanyanu chumo osoli mojiake ubawo nani aya baba shushuishwe. Amen.
Property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see here, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you look fresh.
Hey.
With your label today.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Hello, my friends. My name is Calkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger. Chicky, chicky, whiter. Chicky, chicky, stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids. Happy smile.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, and Maniswing, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a bedroom.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for the ultimate oil city getaway? Welcome to the Groove Esipon Beach Resort, where luxury meets adventure. Host your meetings and events in our fully equipped conference facility. Relax our sparkling pool, unwind in cozy rooms, satisfy your cravings at our scenic restaurant, and enjoy fun-packed recreational activities and a walk through our charming menus. Whether it's business, pleasure, or pure escape, the Groove is your perfect destination.
My name is Klaus von Backenstein, Managing Director of Ignite Media Group, owners of Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital. This is your home for all the World Cup matches, the fun reactions, behind the scenes, blasters, diaries, and all the exclusive happenings in the US, Canada, and Mexico. Don't miss out. Stay with us, and as the Minister himself said, Honorable Kofi Annan, Ignite Media Group is your credible source for everything World Cup 2026. If it's not here, it's not authentic. So stay here and stick with us.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Hi guys, my name is Kojo Oponkroma, Member of Parliament for the Righteous People of Ofuase Ayuribi. We are waiting to watch the World Cup, and we know that for many years now, for behind-the-scenes coverage, for up-to-date news, when it comes to the Black Stars in the World Cup, it's traditionally been Metro TV, and now you have Original TV and Original Radio. So I want to encourage you, watch Metro and Original for the latest updates on the Black Stars and the World Cup in US, Canada, and Mexico. We'll be watching. You watch too.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
My name is Honorable Kobi Mensah Woyome. Metro TV and Original TV are the official stations to watch the entire event so far as the World Cup is concerned. Continue to enjoy yourself at home and wherever you find yourself. Metro all the way. Original TV all the way.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Hi guys, again we're here. Once again, the World Cup season is here. 20th anniversary of the World Cup. 2006, Ghana went to the World Cup. 2026. So I want you to make sure that your choice is Metro TV, Original FM, Original TV for all the latest news, updates, what is happening here in Ghana with the fans, in Mexico, in the USA, and in Canada. Make sure you stick and stay.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Charlie, we only have one Ghana.
not Ghana for anybody. It's our Ghana. Our players are going to make us proud. Let us all go and support them. But you can only support them by watching Metro TV. So watch World Cup on Metro TV. Sharp.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Yeah, watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. So yes, he's here. He's here. You saw his videos. He's here. He got married 3 weeks ago, and he's the latest groom in town. Is he still a groom? Yeah, he's a groom, isn't he? Yesterday, yes. Sorry, husband. Yeah, he's no more a groom. It's his husband. Anyway, so Dr. Sami Aye, Presidential Aide, Office of the President. Good morning. How are you?
Moro.
Chief, how's everything?
By God's grace, we are fine. We are managing.
I want to ask you, how's the family? It means much more than mommy and daddy.
Yeah, good.
There's a new kid on the block.
The family is good. By God's grace.
She's doing very well.
Yeah, very well.
Is she watching you this morning?
Definitely.
She watches all your interviews.
Yes. I think that. Let me use this opportunity to also thank all my friends, my family, and my bosses that came. We appreciate all of them for their support, for the motivation and guidance to a successful marriage. We pray that God also blesses them. Whatever plans they have for me, we pray that they all come to fruition. We thank them. God bless all of them.
Yeah. How does she feel sometimes when you come on attack on social media, you sit on radio, TV, and the person on the other side is giving it to you and also giving it to the person? Does she like what you do, especially? No, I'm talking about not what to do at the presidency, but your media outreach. Have there been any moments where she's been a bit uncomfortable?
Oh no, certainly no.
She understands.
She understands how it goes, and she knows that this is what I have decided to do.
Okay, I see.
Moro is okay.
So she's
Moro
good.
Is okay.
She's not a politician.
No.
Open WhatsApp.
They open WhatsApp.
Okay. So how long have you known her?
Oh, Moro.
Before you got married.
I think it's about 10 years.
About 10 years.
Yeah,
okay. You found a very beautiful woman.
Thank you.
It's called Beauty with Brains. Thank you. So let me, on behalf of the Ignite Media Group, which of course includes the production team here of Good Morning, congratulate you, extend our congratulations to you and the family.
Thank you.
Marriage is good. It's not easy. all we can say is that may allow God to bless the union, and more importantly, give you the kind of peace and happiness that you deserve, and also give you wonderful and fantastic children. In fact, you marry at the right time, because you're not even 30 yet. Perfect time. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
But whilst I was watching your videos a few weeks ago, you trended.
Yeah.
You trended because one kasa wodon. You have massive following, plus the people who came. I mean, I think it was a very well attended event. Sami Jimfi was there, Chief Executive of Goldboard. Kudos to you, Sami. You did a fantastic job. I saw Eric J, NEIP. I saw the guy at Social Investment Fund. What was the name? Abbas Mohamed Nuruddin. Esquire. Yeah. And a host of other top guys who were there. Hey, my old friend Peter Benza.
MPA CEO.
Oh, Godwin Tower. Yeah, I saw Godwin too there. I saw Godwin in the video.
Director
and I saw my
National Signals Bureau, Dr. Atabuatin.
Oh, he was also there. Jonathan Boatin was there.
Defense Minister.
Oh, nice.
Madam Beatrice Annan.
Okay. Yeah, Beatrice. Yes. That's why she has some small fun. She kept. She hit the warrior. Beatrice Annan.
I think the deputy CEO for NHI also came.
Was also there. Okay.
Dr. Jokoto.
Oh, nice. That's good.
I mean, I can go on and on.
Wow.
My friend, Alisa Wepo, Pedro, a number of them.
Aren't you lucky? Lucky guy.
Thank them so much.
It's called Dr. Samai, the lover boy. Yeah, the lover boy. And but you should probably be considering producing an album, a music album.
Because of my rapping skills.
Yeah. You rap.
When I was in school, I used
to rap.
Yeah.
Really?
I even wrote some songs, but after the program.
Did you have like a music group?
No, I was just a solo. Rapper.
You don't want collab. You can rap. You sing and rap very well. Anyway, so it's okay. So Bright has just sent me a message. He's the head of production for the Good Morning Ghana show. He said I should tell you that he shares in the congratulatory messages that I've sent to you, except that for whatever it is worth, you decided not to give him an invitation for him to attend. He wants to know whether has he offended you.
I was trying to get him, I didn't get him.
You tried calling him?
Yes. I didn't get him.
I know Brighton his phones. Is the yam, no? We have to change the yam for him.
Yesterday, he actually reached out to me for a
different number. Yes. He has about 5.
Yes. I don't know why he has 5 different
I've been wondering whether he has a Momo. He does Momo business.
Yeah.
He has 5. But I've been talking to him. I'm sure he'll reduce it to 2 very soon. He'll reduce it to 2 very soon. Anyway, so once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that your very good friend, who's also a medical doctor, is also here. I'm talking about Dr. Ezekiel Ejekumobeng, who is also a spokesperson for MPP Sector Committee on Health. I'm sure you'll join us. Congratulate a very good friend. Were you there?
The invitation
didn't come.
Came just like how the nurses were recruited.
Oh my God!
You never cease to amaze me.
Because most of the nurses reached out, and it's 12 a.m. We are not asleep. Then, just like the boys say, the recruitment took the shape of the aviator.
Oh my God!
If you are not lucky, within 3 seconds, the portal is closed.
So you are not there.
So Sami also made sure his invitation took the form of aviator.
Okay.
So it didn't trickle down.
So you're not there?
We didn't even see the invitation.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard rumors. I mean, that there were, I think 2 weeks before that, we had met on, a week or 2 before that, we had met on Joy Prime. Yeah. I didn't know he had.
He didn't give you the slightest indication that he was going to tie the knot.
Maybe
the nutshell knot.
He thought I would have broken the news on air, so
he decided to keep it away from you.
He wouldn't tell me, but of course, congratulations. I mean, it's quite interesting and a happy moment. Actually, when I saw the videos, I was very impressed. For a young person to take such a bold decision. And I'm sure it came easy because the friendship and familiarity that had been built over the years, and I'm sure the struggle of medical school and the sleepless nights together on campus, clearly, I believe the most difficult period had already been crossed, because there's already a huge battle and hurdle at the medical school and studying. And you know, the medical school is quite funny. There's the complete shift from whatever and whoever you were in secondary school. You know, most of the science courses are founded on calculations. So even in your chemistry, you are doing calculations. Your physics, you are doing calculations. The only elective you don't do calculation is perhaps biology. But even with that, you calculate things in genetics, refractive index, and those things. Then you switch to medical school, and it's completely a different field. So there's a high incidence of depression, and quite unfortunately, some are unable to cope, and they even commit suicide and all that. So juggling the medical school pressures together, I'm sure they don't need to be advised anymore. They've been through it. So congratulations, and we wish your home a happy one, and the future blessings that God would bestow on the family.
Right. So I'm happy you're here. This matter has not found expression in some of the, in fact, of the newspapers that we have. I haven't seen it. But I would want to pick your thoughts on this, because you are a presidential staffer yourself, right? Okay. So we got wind of the news that His Excellency the President, John Dramani Mahama, has actually presented or submitted to Parliament its annual report on the staffing position at the Office of the President, revealing that a total of 808 personnel worked at the Presidency as of December 31, 2025. Now, the report presented in accordance with Section 11 of the, and I'm reading this from my Joe Online, of the Presidential Office Act 1993, Act 463, indicates that the workforce comprises 233 political appointees and 585 civil servants and other public officers assigned to the Presidency. The report covers the period from January 1 to December 31, 2025, and provides details on the number of presidential staff employed during the year, their respective ranks and grades, as well as employees from other public services assigned to the Office of the President. The submission forms part of the statutory requirement for the Presidency to account annually to the Parliament on its staffing composition. Now, the full report, which contains the names, positions, and grades of staff for the President, has been laid before Parliament, and it is right here. Now, in fact, this matter came up yesterday, it was reported yesterday, and then you had the spokesperson for the Bamia campaign, Dennis Miracles Abuaji. He then went on his wall and said, this NDC government has the most expensive presidential staff in the history of the Fourth Republic, with a smaller number. Kwashiorkor government, small in size, big in appetite. That's what Miracles Abuaji. And then he says, MPP, 10 staff will cost 200 cedis. NDC, 4 staff cost 1,000 cedis. And it says 4 staff. And so he was trying to Beatrice. So Beatrice, 4 staff is better than 10. Then it says 808 NDC appointees cost 3 times 1,000 MPP appointees. Ask them to tell you how much it costs. They don't want to discuss that. It says, number 1, fact established today to the glory of God is that Anado never had 1,000 presidential staffers. And I'm reading all of this so that I can put, I can establish the basis for the conversation. Now, this one also says that the interesting thing here is that they have removed some of the agencies that used to be under the Presidency to other agencies and still appointed political appointees there, but not counting them, but some cost bearing, but same cost bearing. We'll come to it. In effect, the government communication minister is saying he lied. Nanado didn't appoint 1,000 staffers. According to him, it was just propaganda he was doing. So, and then Felix comes and says, so there's a back and forth between Felix and Miracles over this presidential staffers matter. Now, let me read this from Felix. Felix says, and Vanessa, thank you very much for this. You're just an itinerant propagandist hopping from one lane propaganda to the other. There are 233 political appointees at the presidency and 575 civil servants not appointed by President Mahama who have been seconded to the presidency. In 2022, you were one of the 361 political appointees and 687 civil servants. In 2024, you are part of the 332 political appointees at the presidency. President Mahama has reduced the numbers which your government took to incredible and unprecedented heights. The political appointees of the presidency have the same salaries and conditions as you had, which was presented to Parliament by President Akufo-Addo and approved on 6 January 2024. So here's the thing. So you break the whole thing down. You have president. So if we can put it up, Bright, if we can put this thing up, presidency staff in 2023 versus 2025, where you had Nana Addo Akufo-Addo had the final year report in 2023 had 1,048 total staff, which had political appointees 34%, civil public service 65.65%. And then under John Dramani Mahama, we had civil public service staff, which is 575, and then you had, which constituting 71.2%, and then you had political appointees, which is 28.8%. In all, 808 total staff. Now, help us appreciate why. So, Dr. Samaye, help us break the numbers down. 808. What constitutes that 808? And I need you to help us understand and appreciate why you still insist that you have a far lower figure as compared to what existed during the Akufo-Addo's era.
Yes, Moro.
Okay.
Good morning to our viewers. Good morning to my brother Ezekiel and yourself. I think you don't need rocket science knowledge to know that President Mahama has lived up to expectation, that his promise to constitute one of the leanest governments, has been delivered. And it has not only been delivered with regards to the number of presidential appointees at the presidency. It also runs through the fact that His Excellency has reduced the number of ministries from 30 to 23.
Okay.
Has reduced the number of ministers.
From 30 to 23?
Yes.
That's appointees?
Yes.
Okay.
No, ministries.
Ministries. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Has also reduced the number of ministers from about 124 in the first term of the MPP to about 60. Today we are doing less than 60 because some substantive appointments are yet to be made.
Okay.
Now, when you look at the list of the presidential staff, so there's a difference between presidential staff and presidential staffers.
Okay. What's the difference?
The misconception, my brother, is on social media and wasting everybody's ears on. Now, when you look at the number of staff at the presidency, we are doing about 808.
Okay.
Out of that 808, 233 are direct political appointees of the president.
Okay.
And 575 are civil servants and other service staff His Excellency the President came to meet.
Okay.
So when you do the analysis, there are 233. Sorry, there is 28.8% of political appointees.
Okay.
And 71.2% of civil servants we came to meet. President Obama came to meet them when he assumed office.
Okay.
Under the MPP, whilst we are doing 233 political appointees, in 2023 they were doing 361 political appointees and 687 civil servants. So we appointed 34.4% of political appointees and 65.6%, like you rightly mentioned, as civil servants. So when you do the analysis, President Mahama has reduced the number of total staff at the presidency by 240. He has also reduced the number of political appointees by 128. The president has also reduced the number of civil servants and other public servants he works with by 112. So overall reduction, the president has done 22.9% reduction. That is the analysis on this matter.
Okay.
And these are, when you check the document that was presented, these are facts that nobody can discount. It cannot be said that President Mahama has appointed more political appointees than President Kufuor. It cannot be said anyway.
Okay. You mean the facts don't support it?
The facts don't support it. It does not even make sense for anybody to suggest that the President Mahama has defied his own promise of appointing lesser appointees at the Jubilee House. That promise has been kept.
Okay.
There's this debate of the compensations are higher than...
At what cost?
At what cost? But you see, they say the devil lies in the details.
Right.
My boss, the Honorable Felix Kwacho Fosu, has spent time on more than 3 occasions to explain that unlike previous governments where ministries had their compensations, capex, goods and services under individual ministries in the budget, because of the restructuring that the president has done, there are a number of ministries, because of budgetary allocation, that have found their names under Office of Government Machinery.
Okay.
Number 1 is Government Communication Ministry.
Right.
Number 2 is workers of the National Security Secretariat.
Okay.
You understand the point I'm making? So when it comes to government communications, there is Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. They have thousands of workers. GBC. They have thousands of workers. When President Mahama came, the workers were there. He wasn't the one that appointed them, or that employed them. He came to meet them. But because of budgetary allocation, the government communication office had to be restructured under Office of Government Machinery. So there is GBC. There is ISD, Information Services Department. They have thousands of workers all across the country. They are civil servants. There is Ghana News Agency. They are also civil servants. The president came to meet. There is a Ghana Publishing Company, New Times Corporation, but those are not. They are existing companies on their own. They do not receive direct compensations from government because they are on their own. Now, when you look at the National Security Secretariat, there is BNI, there is National Signal Bureau, there is Research Department, also known as RD. All these employees are now covered under Office of Government Machinery. Ordinarily, in previous budgets, you would have seen that they were under respective ministries. For example, the National Security Secretariat workers would have been under the National Security Ministry because the Kufuor government operated a National Security Ministry. They operated an information ministry. So all the staff under Government Communication Office now ordinarily would have found expression under information ministry. All the staff under the National Security Secretariat that we've made, as you can see in the 2025 budget, Appendix 4A, you will see it there clearly listed. I can mention them to you. National Security, Research Department, Government Communication, and what have you. It's there, you can see it. And the compensation for these workers are civil servants. When you disaggregate the numbers from the budget under Office of Government Machinery, you will see that we have a lesser amount to pay in terms of compensation. So that compensation listed here is not compensation President Mahama in only 1 year in government has employed for payment. So really, Moro, there is no issue here.
Okay.
There is no basis for the allegations that Miracle Sabuaje and his friends in the MPP are making. It does appear that there is a frantic effort to create parallels between the wasteful expenditures and the elephant-sized expenditures that the MPP operated. And they see that President Mahama's strides in making sure that we run a lean government is an existential threat to their survival as a party. And so at all costs, by all means, they must create equals and find classmates in wasteful expenditure. That will not happen under President Mahama's regime. So really, nothing untoward has been occasioned. Nothing really has happened. I want to ensure the people of Ghana And President Bama is committed to his promise. He made a point that he will protect the meager resources of our country. He will run a lean government and deliver more than what we inherited. Moro, can you tell me that there was a need for Ghana to have 124 ministers and still end up having that disastrous economy that the MPP left us? An economy that left us DDEP, over 1 million people got their wealth expropriated. An economy that left us an inflation of about 23.8%.
Right.
An economy that left us international ratings of RD, restricted default. Today we are doing B positive. An economy that currently we are doing inflation less than 3.4%. The city has stabilized.
Okay.
You know, so all the metrics that one needs to show that with a lean government, with a reduced number of ministers and appointees, President Mahama has done exceedingly well, to a point where we inherited a debt to GDP ratio of about 65%. Today we are doing about 40-something%.
Right.
You understand? A buoyant economy that is now spurring growth and making sure that things are done in a proper way. That reflects the conditions of the Ghanaian people. So really, there is no issue that has been vacation. President Mahama is committed. We are focused on delivering on the mandate that the people of Ghana have given us.
Okay. Doc, there's no issue, or you still have an issue?
There was actually no issue.
Okay.
There was no issue.
Okay.
Until the NDC got into their element and started a whole array of propaganda that anytime the office of the president furnished parliament with staff at the office of the president, we saw NDC MPs, respectable ones, run to the media and would be hoisting and waving a certain list to the effect that the Akufo-Addo administration had over 1,000 appointees at the office of the president, and that was quite ridiculous. So the impression was created as though Akufo-Addo was just wasting our resources at his office, and he had appointed over 1,000 MPP sympathizers or members at the office of the president. At the time, the differentiation and variation my brother is trying to do to separate those that come under direct appointment and those that come under civil service and those that come under state institutions, the NDC was fully aware that whichever list they had were not MPP members who were employed or appointed by the Akufo-Addo administration at the Jubilee House. Because when they left, and reference was made to Dennis Abraji, right? When Dennis and Co left, the NDC still came to inherit Ghanaians who are still working there. Are they working with MP people? But that's the impression they created, all for electoral benefit. Today, the explanation is that, just about a handful, 34%, you mentioned, that are appointees of the government. So the rest of the staffers, who are they? Can we equally say they are NDC people appointed there? So there was actually no problem. But for the political mischief of the NDC to create a certain narrative to the effect that the MPP was insensitive, and instead of addressing the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian, Akufo-Addo had staffed Jubilee House with MPP foot soldiers. And they even drew the comparison and correlation of family and friends. People who did bear the names Addo or Dankwa or Atta or Ofori or Bedietu. So anyone, if my name is Ezekiel, even though I'm from Kwao, but I have Atta as part of my name, automatically I'm a relative of Akufo-Addo or his extended family, and I've gained appointment at the Jubilee House by virtue of my name and my association to the Akufo-Addos. That was the impression that was created. Today, the chicken is home to roost. And from their own communique, it has come to light that contrary to what they told Ghanaians, the NPP did not staff the office of the president with 1,000 NPP apparatchiks or NPP foot soldiers. But even if the NDC tells us today that NPP did even 3,000 or 10,000 NPP foot soldiers as presidential staffers under Akufo-Addo, I will not even debate it. Because the analysis needs to move beyond the numbers to how much it is costing the ordinary Ghanaian. How much of our taxes are being expended at the office of the president, even with those numbers. So their own argument even gives them away. Their own argument, trying to situate the argument and differentiate for us to appreciate that, oh, we have done fewer numbers compared to Akufo-Addo. The final analysis on the exchequer, the final analysis from the perspective of the taxpayer is what even gives the NDC away. Today, they found means and we have ministries under the office of the president. They should come and tell us how much goes into salaries and emoluments for those ministries. They should come and tell us. Because with the 2,000 plus or 1,000 plus presidential staffers, they made us believe that the NPP had staffed the Jubilee House with. At the last reckoning, 2024, Akufo-Addo's administration at the office of the president was allocated how much? Some 326.9 million Ghana cedis. That's how much the most touted 1,000 plus presidential staffers were given to run the office of the president. That also came with 8 state agencies. There were 8 state agencies operating under the office of the president.
Do you know this? Can you walk us through the 8 state agencies?
I can give you some of the agencies. At least we all know Scholarship Secretariat
was under the president.
Ghana Ace Commission and Co.
Okay.
Were also there. The list is there. Zongo Development Authority and all that were all operating under the office of the president. 8. With the 1,000 plus staffers and the 8 institutions, we were doing 326.9 million Ghana cedis. With your fewer numbers. And only 4 state agencies operating under the office of the president today. Ghana is doing a whooping 2.711 billion Ghana cedis. That's how much it's costing us. So their own analysis gives them away.
Okay. Are you done?
No.
Okay.
Why are we expending 2.711 billion Ghana cedis at the office of the president with just 4 state institutions, contrary to the 8 the Akufo-Addo administration had, on just about 800 presidential staffers, compared to the 1,000 plus who made us believe Akufo-Addo had at the office of the president? It's the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. How much the taxpayer is contributing to service 808 people. That's almost 10 times what the NPP was doing. And the argument of a lean government does not even arise because we know what this government is doing. Having they appointed 16 regional coordinators who are shadow deputy ministers. Did they put the labeling deputy ministers on them? But they've appointed 16. Aside, they coming to tell us they didn't have deputy ministers. Every region has a regional coordinator, which is a disguised deputy ministerial position. Let's go to even the mortuary service. When the news broke that the NPP had appointed a CEO for the mortuaries, the NDC said, Hanahan. They've never heard of it, kind in the country. Today, not only are we having a CEO for the mortuaries, we are doing deputies at the mortuaries. Let's go to the ambassadors. Are we not having deputy ambassadorial positions today? Some are even 2. How many were we having under Akufo-Addo? Let's go to the drip machines Akufo-Addo and Bawumia introduced. There was nothing like a national coordinator for drip. There was nothing like deputy coordinators for drip. There was nothing like district coordinators for drip. But today, in the so-called lean government, the drip machines that were operating under the district assembly with a committee which even involved the community opinion leaders to oversee the supervision and maintenance of the drip machines, today, go to East Legon. There's a drip headquarters there with the CEO and deputies. Go to the districts. We have district drip coordinators. They are our appointees. So where from your so-called lean government? And go to the ministries. Every ministry has what? A legal department. But this administration, beyond the legal department the ministries have, which is an extension of legal service and the office of the Attorney General, in those ministries to advise the minister on the operations and activities of the ministries. The ministers have been assigned legal advisors as well at the ministries. Are they not appointees? Don't they all draw certain entitlements from our coffers? So we can expatiate the argument and we can throw in the optics. 32 ministers, 35 ministers, 808 staffers. But when you do the critical analysis of the regional coordinators disguised as deputy ministers, the deputy ambassadors we have, unprecedented in our history, the DRIP national and district coordinators, unprecedented in our history. Even the MPP that introduced DRIP did not even appoint a single soul as a coordinator at any level, whether regional, district. But this administration, national, with deputies, regional coordinators, deputy coordinators, are they all not appointees? And what has been the aftermath and the net result of all these appointments and entitlements that have been approved for these people?
Okay, before you get there, Doc, before you get there, I in principle agree with you that for intellectual and academic reasons, for intellectual and academic purposes, it's always important to look at the figures behind what is being said. And as you said, to do a critical analysis of the figures that are being thrown at us or the data which is being thrown at us. And to say that it's not just the numbers, but how much is costing us.
The taxpayer.
It's costing when I say us, as the taxpayer, in maintaining those numbers.
Yeah.
But if what Dr. Samaye has said is anything to go by, where he says that in the past, there were some ministries which the ex-Wal administration was working with. Those ministries do not exist anymore, in line with the government's avowed commitment to running a lean government. But those ministries, even though have been scrapped, the agencies under the ministries have not been scrapped. So, if you take, say, GNA, Ghana National News Agency, you take GBC, you take Information Services Department, all these ones and a few others, and the same Information Ministry alone. You take Ministry of National Security, which was headed by Mr. Kandapa during the ex-Wal Akufo-Addo administration. And you look at the agencies under them. Okay. Now, once these ministries do not exist, but the agencies have not been collapsed, the human beings there, somebody has to pay them. Somebody has to take care of them. So if these agencies have now been put under the presidency, I don't think in all fairness and in all sincerity, you'd expect that the presidency's budget will be the same as when you had, say, Zongo Development. I mean, Zongo Development fund, we all know, has just fewer people. I mean, I've been there several times. Even under how do you call it, Mustafa Hamid. At the time, he was at the Osu Castle. He's a very good friend. In fact, I know Mustafa since my days at Adisco. In 95, when I was in Adisco, he was the GIMSA president. So he's me and my friend. So we talk. When I went to his place, that's what I said. I saw fewer numbers. You cannot compare that to, say, GNA or say GBC. Look at the number of people who work at GBC. I'm coming. I'm building a certain point. I'm building a certain point. The point I'm trying to make is that when you look at the agencies which have now been swallowed under the presidency, you honestly do not expect that the amount of money we spend.
I totally disagree with you.
And I say,
I will not let you enter.
School feeding program and so on.
I totally disagree.
Are you saying it should be the same?
I totally disagree with you.
Tell me what your point of disagreement is.
Your argument will hold.
Okay.
If you are able to account for the difference of almost 4 billion Ghana cedis between how much Akufo-Addo's administration spent at the office of the president compared to what was spent last year at the office of the president. Are you telling me, with all the interjections you gave me, all the absorbed agencies and salaries and whatever, it's accounting for 2.4 billion Ghana cedis?
It's a good question. But here,
so until they give us those numbers,
so the breakdown.
Tomorrow,
yes.
What you should rather help me,
yes, which is the breakdown,
to ask Sammy,
how much are we spending on this agency? To ask
from Jubilee House, is what accounts for that difference. Mind you, the 326 million Akufo-Addo was spending in 2024, they touted it as exorbitant.
What was the context then?
They claim the context was that Akufo-Addo has appointed 1,000 plus NPP people at the office of the president, and was spending a whooping 326 million Ghana cedi on them. So with your lesser figures, we first of all expect a downward grade in the 326.
But you see that?
No, please let me finish. You gave my brother an offer. Let me finish and you come in. Let me finish. I don't even want your help. I don't want your help at this point. Let me do my analysis. We were first of all expecting a downward trend in the 326 million to start with.
Why?
You said Akufo-Addo was insensitive. He was spending too much.
Yes.
And he had so many people working with. He was working with.
But
and
how much of the 2.5 billion that
today
is spent on presidential staff?
I am telling you today that, Moro, you and I expected a reduction in the 326 million because we were told that Akufo-Addo was spending too much, even on the 1,000.
Right.
So there are two fronts to which the reduction should come. First of all, you are doing lesser numbers. So you wouldn't need 326 million to spend on them. Secondly, Akufo-Addo was insensitive. He was just living a luxurious life at the office of the president. So on that front, there should be another reduction in terms of the 326 million. So on two fronts, we expected a reduction in the 326. That aside, what is accounting for the almost 2.4 billion Ghana cedis we are spending? And the argument is that certain ministries and agencies have been drawn and being catered for under the office of the president. to deceive who? Now to conclude, that Akufo-Addo spent all that, yet delivered a failed economy. That economy was able to pay cocoa farmers 3,100 cedis per bag of cocoa. Today, with your 2,500 cedis, you are not even able to pay them since October, December, up to this point. That failed economy of Akufo-Addo, with inflation around 23%, dollar doing around 14 cedis, fuel doing around 14 cedis as well, we're paying 25% less of electricity. The variables that are used to determine utility prices, exchange rates, inflation, fuel prices, you claim that this administration has done better in those three variables. Yet our electricity bill is high, we are unable to pay. Our water bill is high, we are unable to pay. And that administration that presided over a failed economy, Moro, was able to implement its flagship program, and it benefited every home in the country. Your 24-hour economy that you promised, with a better economy you claim you are delivering, what has become of your 24-hour economy? You are now telling us that you are going to build markets and we are going to sell cassava for 24 hours. Another person went to the Public Accounts Committee and told us that Mankesim is a hub of cocoa. So if a Kumfi is able to get 24-hour economy market, there will be a spillover of kakao from Mankesim to a Kumfi. So people of a Kumfi will sell kakao for 24 hours. That economy is unable to deliver your promise to the Ghanaian youth. That economy is unable to deliver your Women's Development Bank. That economy, today, we have seen the surge in fuel prices. So which economy have you built? How many people have you employed? How many people's lives have been made better? BEC children who are now paying to write BEC, or the students at the Legon campus who there is a proposed 90% increment in their hostel facility fee. Please, these are the facts of the matter. You can tell the Ghanaian you are doing fewer numbers, but the final analysis in how much you are expending from our coffers do not support your argument. And the pseudo and parallel appointment you have made defeats your purpose of a so-called lean government and your failure to deliver your flagship programs. And the struggle of the ordinary Ghanaian today and the plight of the cocoa farmer amongst other people. So which economy? And who is benefiting? Maybe people at Jubilee House are benefiting. Because of course, 2.711 billion Ghana cedi being expended at Jubilee House, you wouldn't even feel the plight of the Ghanaian who is doing over 25% electricity price. You wouldn't feel the plight of the Ghanaian whose cocoa has not been paid, despite the haircut. So let's pair the numbers and let's rather look at the critical issues and how the Ghanaian can benefit from the so-called better government and lean government.
So you say you're doing less, but you're spending 2.5 billion. How do you reconcile the two?
That is a baseless MPP propaganda. The
So
staff
I'm told we need. Sorry, I beg you. I'm told we need to take a break. So to just take a deep breath. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on the Metro Television. Please stay with us.
Through every stage of life, some things simply stay with us. The spirit of never giving up. A throwback to a bygone era when love was service. A silent statement of love. A thoughtful gesture that deepens bonds, balancing work and life. Every drop refreshes, every sip hydrates, just as it should. I am awake, one for life. Drink water, drink awake. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kakalika, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action.
Me did this, that's so say, Mr. Friend is so cool. Yeah, go to my Saturday.
Come on, Tom Preko.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dream land at Nest Cottage, Tripoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukurum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
West Africa stands at a defining crossroads. A region rich in opportunity, yet challenged by fragmentation, policy divergence, and structural constraints that continue to limit its full potential. The African Continental Free Trade Area offers a historic pathway to unlock trade, strengthen regional value chains, and accelerate economic transformation. But today, the question is no longer what to do, it is how to deliver. Join live on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and EBIT's digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table on the theme Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, Making AFCFTA Work for West Africa. This high-level dialogue is designed to move beyond discussion and drive action, to identify bankable cross-border anchor projects that deliver tangible impact within the next 12 to 24 months. From transport and logistics corridors to digital trade systems to export-oriented manufacturing value chains, this roundtable will spotlight solutions that transform ambition into measurable results. Participants will address critical questions. How do we unlock financing for regional projects? How do we overcome regulatory barriers? How do we secure strong joint suffering commitments? This exclusive event, broadcast live from the Metro TV studios in Accra and convened by Dr. George Ejekum Donko, President and Chairman of the Board of Directors of EBIT, will assemble policymakers under the theme Financing Integration in a Fragmenting Region, Making AFCFTA Work for West Africa. The vision is clear. The opportunities are real. Now it's time to deliver. Tune in on 30th June 2026 at 11 o'clock GMT on Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 and EBIT's digital platforms for the 5th edition of the President's Round Table. Mark your calendar and stay updated on this event via EBIT's digital platforms. ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, EBIT, transforming ECOWAS communities.
My name is Honorable Kobi Mensah Woyome. Metro TV and Original TV are the official stations to watch the entire event so far as the World Cup is concerned. Continue to enjoy yourself at home and wherever you find yourself. Metro all the way. Original TV all the way.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV and Original 91.9 FM.
Watching Good Morning God on Metro Television. My guests are here. Sorry, my name is Aldo Moro. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. And my guests are here, both of them medical doctors. Dr. Samaye is a presidential staffer and or Presidential Aide, Office of the President, and also Dr. Ezekiel Ejikumo, a spokesperson for the NPP Sector Committee on Health. I'll bring Dr. Samaye in because he had a quick rebuttal to make on some of the things that was said by Dr. Ezekiel. But before you do that, let me just do this, that the Office of the Registrar of Companies wishes to inform all companies and business owners and the general public that the deadline for filing annual returns and renewing business names has been extended from 30th April 2026 to 30th June 2026. Now, this extension gives businesses additional time to regularize their status and avoid penalties. Now, failure to comply by the new deadline may attract sanctions, including additional fees and possible removal from the company's register. So, additionally, the ORC has announced that 318 companies have been earmarked to be struck off the register in accordance with the Companies Act 2019. Affected companies have 3 months from the publication date to take action or make representations. Now, for further inquiries, clarifications, to obtain a copy, kindly reach our call center on 0308 249 841, 0308 249 841, or WhatsApp us or Telegram on 059 952 5774, or connect with us on social media, which is at ORC Ghana. ORC, a trusted partner for business. Doc.
First of all, when every government prepares a budget, there are what we call statutory payments. As for that one, there's nothing you can actually do about it. Now, for example, compensations. There is no way you can say you not pay the salaries of your workers. Can you?
You can't.
No, you can't. Now, what government has control over, what demonstrates whether or not a government is actually serious about its rights in making sure that it spends reasonably, is captured under goods and services and capex. We call them discretionary spending. Government has a discretion exactly how it wants to fund its goods and services and capital expenditure. Now, when you look at the 2024 budget, and I want to demonstrate to you exactly what we meant that the NPP government and the Akufo-Addo was overspending, and we are doing far lesser by using this discretionary budgetary allocations. When you look at 2024, goods and services, the Akufo-Addo government did 912 million Ghana cedis. Goods and services. Anybody watching me this morning can watch, can check from the 2024 budget. They did 912 million Ghana cedis. In 2025, we reduced it to 847 million in 2025. For capital expenditure, capex, the NPP government in 2024 did 612 million Ghana cedis. Whilst they did 612 million, President Mahama budgeted for 269 million.
269. Okay.
Oh, in 2020, read the budget. So from 612 million to 269 million, a saving of over 345 million.
On capex.
On capex. On goods and services, we did a saving of about 80 million. When you add it, President Mahama, based on discretionary spending alone, saved the taxpayer over 400 million Ghana cedis. This is what government has control over. This is what exactly demonstrates whether or not a government is serious about its rights in making sure that it protects the public purse. And so while they were dissipating the public purse with huge sums in goods and services and capex, President Mahama was saving us about 400 million. And so about the debate concerning which government is actually interested in protecting the public purse, spending judiciously, there is no way the NPP can compare itself to the NDC. And I heard the analysis he was making. I don't even want to go into the detail because there's no time. GBC alone can swallow all the agencies under all the 8 agencies he mentioned at the office of the president. I have the figure. Thousands of workers, GBC.
But he poses another question. He says, but GBC is already under control. Like
So I'm saying that. If they are, I'm saying when you disaggregate the numbers, and imagine if we were putting them under their respective ministries, under compensation. If GBC, GNA, ISD were being put under information ministry budget, if National Signal Bureau, Research Department, BNI were put under national security budget, that 2.7 billion that he makes mention of would have been far lesser. Lesser than what
is that to suggest that is that to suggest that when the ministries and which these agencies were put under, when those ministries were collapsed, the staff of the agencies were also taking off the controller accountants budget?
No, so this is just the Office of Government Machinery captured it just for budgetary arrangements so that we can present that this is what we are doing. So it is just for budgetary representation.
But why is that necessary? Because the president is not going to pay them.
So I'm saying that. So President Mahama decided to restructure the system.
Okay. Remove
National Security Ministry.
Right.
So if there is no National Security Ministry under his budget, we have to cater for. We have to represent the workers or the civil servants under national security. So it is there for budgetary representation that they were brought under. It doesn't mean that directly they are not going to be paid from the controller. That's not what it means. But just so that we know, because there is no national security ministry, we have to find a way of representing national security ministry.
Right.
And so we have to bring them under Office of Government Machinery.
Okay.
We have to represent information ministry workers. Okay. We have to bring them under government communication just for budgetary representation. So I'm saying that if we decided to not put them under the Office of Government Machinery and decided to leave them under the information ministry or national security ministry, the government machinery for compensation would have been far lesser. That's why I'm explaining to you that the way and manner you demonstrate whether a government is really serious about its expenditure. Look at the goods and services and the capex. And when you do that analysis, you will know that the NPP is completely wasting our time. Look at, he made mention of there's increase under the NPP, there was reduction in the electricity prices. Now I didn't say that. Oh, let me make my point. I didn't say that. Let me talk. When you look at the PURC data alone, and I had this from the PURC people themselves, in 2023 alone, they increased electricity prices by 52%. 29.96% in first quarter, 18.36% in the second quarter, 4.4% in the third quarter, and 1.52% in the last quarter. When you add them, 52%. You increase electricity prices by 52%, but you are criticizing the government that increases it just by 50% in the first year. Because of your agreement, you went and entered into with the IMF during your IMF staff level meeting. So that doesn't even make sense. He said, oh, we've appointed some people who were not there under the NPP. Look, between 2017 and 2020 alone, they have about 7 ministers manning the Agric Ministry. The first time I came on this platform, I demonstrated it to you. Ezekiel, listen to me.
I'm listening.
You are the deputy minister in charge of perennial crop. What be that?
Oh, go on, I'm listening.
A deputy minister in charge of annual crop. A deputy minister in charge of horticulture. A deputy minister in charge of fisheries. A minister of agric and a minister of state in charge of agric. You did all these appointments during your regime. But look at where it landed us, to a point where getting closer to 2024, they said there was a drought. So we need about 4 billion to cater for it.
Okay.
We are doing far lesser. They had a minister for railway, minister for transport, and another one I've forgotten.
Okay.
All drawing down salaries, completely not doing anything. All the railway infrastructure they said they did between 2017 and 2024. All the monies were received from President Mahama's regime.
All right, Doc. Let's
the Tematum Pakadan Railway and whatever, a number of them.
Right.
You understand? So really, there is no argument here. President Mahama has demonstrated that indeed he has protected the public purse, just like I have demonstrated to you. So there is no debate on this one. Nobody can explain away exactly what I've been able to demonstrate.
No wahala. So, Doc, you get it.
I can
it's
understand.
It's just for budgetary purposes.
I can understand.
He said
Moro,
it does not mean the whole the 2.5 is going to be given to the presidency.
I can understand Sammy's difficulty this morning.
Okay.
Whatever ministry they have moved to the office of the president, it's just a small screen. Because those ministries had political appointees to start with. And it is those political appointees whose salaries would now come under the office of the president.
Okay.
Under which government?
The existing staff of all those ministries were not receiving tabletop salaries.
What are you talking about?
They were being paid to the controller and accountant.
But who said they are still not being paid under controller?
Come and tell us. Give us the breakdown of your whooping 2.711 billion Ghana.
But I give you the breakdown.
And your argument is that
I give you the
we've
breakdown.
absorbed here, we've absorbed here, we've absorbed
I give you the breakdown.
running all around.
I give you the breakdown.
And giving us
you have decided not to listen.
Nothing.
Moro, yes,
Nothing. The final analysis, once again, Moro, to every Ghanaian who have joined us, to every taxpayer, is the fact that these people, instead of doing less and spending less, have rather become kwashiorkor. With a slim body and a very huge abdomen filled with water.
Okay.
That is the state of this government when it comes to
medical
appointees and how much they spend on those appointees. We will not even belabor that point. Every Ghanaian listening to us today has realized that. Oh, let me finish. Okay, 5 minutes.
Oh, Masa.
On the issue of CAPEX, capital expenditure, discretionary expenditure, when you read the 2025 budget, you told us there was a freeze on capital expenditure project. And that was a negative for the country. The parallel my brother is trying to draw, that a certain amount was saved because President Mahama reduced amount of money on capital expenditure projects. It's not a positive, it's rather a negative, Sammy. Because when Akufo-Addo was spending those monies you were mentioning, we had capital expenditure projects running. We were building hospitals across the country.
More than us.
Oh, please. Agenda 1 facilities.
You built it.
We were building hospitals around the country.
We'll go there.
Moro, deciding not to spend is not a positive. Deciding not to spend is a negative and retrogressive.
Deciding to spend judiciously is progressive.
It is rather the reason why go to the agri sector. From agri growth of around 9.3, last year we did 4.5. You were not spending. That's the effect. Go to the same goods and services.
Okay.
When we were doing around 9.7, you are down to about 7.2. It's the effect. You are not spending. All projects have been halted just to keep your books clean, just to balance your equation and to keep your mathematics going.
Okay.
It is not a positive.
Okay.
Deciding not to invest in education proper, deciding not to invest in the health sector is not an achievement. It's rather retrogressive. And that economy, once again, in the entire 8 years of the MPP, the average increment in electricity price for the entire 8 years, you can isolate 2023 as 1 year without taking into cognizance the other years. But all put together, we did an average of 55% increment. The electricity tariffs we came to meet 2017, and by 2024 ending, the increment averagely was 55%. Guess what? Under Mahama 1, Sammy, your previous administration, you were doing an average of 50% per year.
All right.
Not the accumulated 4 years.
Okay.
And with all your indicators pointing to the downward trend or an improvement, once again, the 3 key variables used to determine electricity or utility tariffs, exchange rates, fuel pricing, and inflation. So if today, inflation, you are celebrating around 3.2, 3.4, you say fuel prices are better, even though we are paying more for fuel today. You say dollar is down,
more than
right?
What you left.
With your dollar being down,
oh my God,
and inflation moving from 23 to 3.2, you go and do the computation and the algebraic expression, and come and impose on me 25% increment in utility when compared to when inflation was 23, I was paying less. That is the economy we are told we should be happy with. Now to end, Moro.
Please do.
With the agri sector 7 ministers to the cocoa farmer, the effect of having those 7 ministers, even though Akufo-Addo was spending less as a government at the office of the government machinery, because the Minister of State in charge of agric was under Akufo-Addo's presidency. Part of the 326 million Akufo-Addo was spending was for, once again, included the Minister of State at the agric ministry. Guess what? Cocoa farmers, unprecedented in our history, never suffered any haircut. That's the effect of having those ministers there.
Okay.
Today, you claim you are doing less, and you give the cocoa farmer a haircut from 3,600 cedi to 2,500 cedi, and you're unable to pay them. The cocoa farmer should celebrate for you, clap for you, because you appointed a minister and deputy who is only on social media trading blows with the sector minister for finance. Okay. How is that going to help the cocoa farmer?
Let's move on.
But the Minister of State at the agric ministry and the Akufo-Addo made sure that the cocoa farmer, even when global prices stabilized and were not increasing, Sammy, never suffered a haircut. That is the cost-benefit analysis of what the government did and the effect it had on the ordinary Ghanaian vis-a-vis the cocoa farmer.
We spent almost 3 months.
How is the cocoa farmer benefiting from your government?
It does appear that the cocoa politics is the only.
How is the cocoa farmer benefiting? Sammy, how are we benefiting from our homes? How are we benefiting? With your minister trading blows on social media instead of working for us?
Let me talk.
How? That is the further analysis. And the effect it should have on our lives collectively.
Moro,
as a people.
You know he's peddling a very outrageous lie.
Which one is that?
He says that the agric sector growth has reduced from 9% to 5.4%.
Yes, I heard it.
How much are you doing? It is a lie.
How much are you doing?
In fact, the agric sector declined from 5.9% in 2023 to 2.8% in 2024. Now we are doing about 6% in 2025.
Well, do you know my
we
source?
To see,
parliamentary records.
No, relax.
This is not AI generated.
Relax. Take your time.
So maybe you should help us.
I will pull it for you. I will pull it. You see, the point is that Ezekiel has said a lot of things, and I know he wants to land into cocoa politics. At the very least, the cocoa farmers know that when cocoa prices are high, they benefit more under the NDC than the MPP. Now that cocoa prices are low, President Mama is giving them 90%. Imagine what will happen when cocoa prices go high. How much they will benefit from it. Moro, the reason why we're talking in 2024 was that when President Akufo-Addo and his ministers went to the cocoa market to sell a bag of cocoa at 10,000 cedis, they were giving cocoa farmers only 30%, 3,000 Ghana cedis. That was how come when they were getting 10,000 cedis on the market, they were giving cocoa farmers 3,100. We had to come and increase it from 3,100 to 3,200 to where it went that far until this issue came. And President Mahama has made a point that in line with his administration, Cocoa Board is now using a new financing model where we are going to raise local cocoa bonds, where we are going to take control of how we manage our cocoa affairs, how we price our cocoa. You understand the point I'm making? And so I don't have much to say on this matter, but I know that just like the MPP always say, let's give time some time. There are a lot of heavy lifting we did in the cocoa sector. Oh, let me talk. There are a lot of heavy lifting we've come to do in the cocoa sector. Do you know that, Moro? They did cocoa roads when they were not supposed to do to a tune of about 21 billion. That debt, if that money was sitting in the books of Cocoa Board, would have been able to supplement and complement the sharp decline in the cocoa price we did. But do you know what President Mahama has done? President Mahama has actually taken that debt, rationalized it, and given it to the Roads Ministry to pay. They were owing Finance Ministry over $70 million. They couldn't pay. That was the cocoa sector. He is sitting here eulogize him and praise him. When they are in debt, they cannot pay. President Mahama has given that debt to finance ministry to finance. And so we can agree, he can do all the politics. And we are aware of the heavy lifting that we have done. We know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. President Mahama is not one that engages in pettiness. When he came, he saw a broke system. He saw a broken system. He has taken steps to fix it. And you know very well that in no time, I know cocoa farmers will hear very good news in the next pricing window of cocoa. You understand? So really, there's no basis for the allegations Ezekiel is making. He should tell us why they left Cocoa Rose debts at 21 billion when they had not even making a budgetary allocation. He should explain it before you continue. Explain it. Explain why your government left 21 billion debt in Cocoa Rose and you didn't pay. And you left it for this government to come and absorb it. Now you turn around, forget about all this debt, and you are now pointing accusing fingers on the one that is fixing the issue. Relax. It is the same issue they are doing with the hospital, the issue. So really,
you have your bite on
they don't have a point. And I'm happy that many cocoa farmers have expressed their issue.
You have your bite on the hospital.
They are aware of the issues. Let's go to the next topic. I don't think there's any basis for what
in their fund analysis. Okay. You go to their own budget they presented. The finance minister has indicated how much Cocoa Board had in the budget they themselves presented. We all know how much money Cocoa Board had seated in our UK account
and couldn't pay your debt.
When we come to the politics of Cocoa Rose, we know when it started and who are the corporates.
They say Cocoa Board had 500 million, but they will pay 70 million.
Now the most unfortunate thing. The most unfortunate thing this morning I've heard is the government that assured cocoa farmers that when I come, the cocoa farmers administration is wicked, it's insensitive, and he's paying you 3,100 cedis. That when I come, I will do 6,000 to 7,000.
He said they will do 70%.
Now you are
at the time it amounted to 6,000. You see, you have to be candid with the debate. You are very nice. You are very nice.
Moro, please.
You are very nice. It's not true. That was a point. They said it's 70%. At the time it was 6,000. So they were correct.
Moro, please. Of course. Was there a promise?
But I'm just saying
promise that they will give 70%
at the time.
At the time.
I'll justify why they have been failed. Sammy mentioned we were selling cocoa at what price on the world market?
$10,000.
Very good. In a record high, they had about $13,000 last year, August to October. Record high.
30,000.
Yes.
Evidence.
On the world market.
Evidence.
Record high.
Which part of last year?
It moved.
Which part of last year? Which part of last year? Oh, you have to hold
relax.
Which part of last year?
Relax.
Moderated this cocoa policies for
relax. You have said your part.
Let's move on. There's no place for
we can spend the whole day.
We can spend it all here.
No.
The cocoa farmer. Do you know how many cocoa farmers we have in the country? Listen. No, you gave him his bite. Give him my bite and let's move on. Uninterrupted bite.
Just do your 1 minute and let's go.
Now we are telling cocoa farmers that we are giving you 90%.
Okay.
Well, my uncle in my village moved to a cocoa seller this morning. And tell a cocoa seller, I'm buying cocoa at 90%.
Okay. Let's go.
Would they move to the Gobe seller this morning and afternoon to tell the Gobe seller, I'm a cocoa farmer.
Okay.
The government is paying me 90% of FOB price. So I'm buying Gobe at 90%.
All right.
Are they going to buy the pure water that has been increased per bag?
It's enough.
At 90%.
You've raised this matter
you have,
it's enough.
You have to talk about.
You have promised. You have promised. The same explanation you've heard from them.
Yes,
you are still.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
You have promised them. You have promised them, and you have failed.
No problem. So let's.
You have promised them, and you have failed.
Let's move on.
So they should wait. The cocoa farmer who can buy his BP medication.
Yes.
Should wait. So when world market price is 50,000 to go and buy big medication.
Okay.
Accept the failure. That we promised you and we couldn't deliver.
Let's move on.
Just like the 24-hour economy.
That's fine.
Just like the Women Development Bank. Just like the Galamsey business.
Let's move on.
You promised and promised and promised and delivered nothing.
You have repeated this several times.
Several.
I'm also buying a Majapai.
Anyway, so discover MNC Group Global, your number one partner in minerals and food commodities trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management consultancy, investment advisory, import and export. They have headquarters in East Legon, Accra, Ghana. They also have office in Dubai, Hong Kong, Guangzhou in China, Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia, USA, Arizona in Italy, and then also Hanover in Germany. So we connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions that meet your needs. Trust us to maximize your value in every deal. Reach us on MNC Group at mncgroup.com. That's mncgroupgh.com, or call us on 0302 998 246. So 0302 998 246 or 02655 05337. MNC Group, totally reliant. So, gentlemen, I want us to look at this. Unfortunately, we only have about 15 minutes to deal with this topic. We spent all the time on Cocoa.
You said we'll go up to 10 o'clock.
Yes, that's what I'm about.
So we have about 45 minutes.
Well, we still haven't had the extension yet.
Oh.
So for now, it's 9:30. Yes. There's another show on Thursdays that starts at 9:30. So today's daily guide, this reporter David Afum is reporting from Kumasi that members of Parliament on the minority side of Parliament Health Committee were yesterday prevented from accessing parts of the Afari Military Hospital in the Ashanti region during an inspection tour of the facility. Now, the lawmakers who were in the hospital to assess the progress of the long-delayed project reportedly encountered resistance from military personnel stationed at the facility. The soldiers insisted that the access to certain sections of the hospital required prior authorization and denied the MP entry after they failed to produce the necessary clearance. The development resulted in a brief confrontation between the lawmakers and the military officers, with both sides defending their positions. The minority MPs argued that Parliament's constitutional oversight mandate empowered them to inspect publicly funded projects without seeking additional permission, while the military personnel maintained that security protocols governing military installations must be respected at all times. The incident attracted the attention of workers and visitors at the site, although no inquiries or arrests were recorded. Okay. Now, the Little Development has reignited concerns about the fate of the Afari Military Hospital project, which has suffered years of delays despite being touted as a major healthcare investment for the Ashanti region. Doctor, what do you know about this issue?
But the MPs were the ones that they should tell us how they found their way there. By Simuro.
Yes.
I saw the videos yesterday, and I felt very sad.
Okay.
Because we cannot have a situation where the very people who committed that murder suddenly have realized that there's the need for those hospitals to be completed. That Ferry Military Hospital and the Sewa Hospital represents some of the gravest ills of the Akufo-Addo region.
Also,
because they had every opportunity to make sure that those hospitals are running.
There were legal issues.
What legal issues? Every government has legal issues anytime there's an intention to do a project. So it is not peculiar to the MPP. You know, when you go to the Ashanti region, one of the major hospitals that works as regional hospital, tertiary hospital, referral hospital, is the Komanoche Hospital. So from 2008, it was the intention of the Kufuor government to beef up the health infrastructure system there. So they instituted the Eurojet projects. The Afari Hospital and the Sewa Hospital are part of the Eurojet projects. Now, there was no funding until 2014 when President Mahama raised guarantees and promissory notes to Barclays Bank PLC UK and Absa Capital South Africa and some partners of Eurojet to raise financing for that project. So the project started in 2014. In 2 years, Moro, the hospitals went as far as 90% for the Afari Hospital and 70% for the Sewua Hospital. I can read to you the evidence.
So you're referring to the state of completion?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. When you read the publication, this is Graphic Online. Your cameras can pan on it. Graphic Online. It says that contractors working on the 500-bed military hospital at Aferi in the Ashanti region have completed 90% of the works. In fact, they say that the resident engineer of the contracting February project they invest, Mr. Islam, who was accompanied by the construction manager, Mr. Mohammed Salama, conducted journalists around the facility. When you read on and on, they tell you that the remaining 10% was just about the installation of equipment which they had already imported. When you read the Sewua Hospital, and I can read it for you here, the project was 70% complete. This is same Graphic Online. Pressure on health facilities in Ashanti region to end. 250-bed Sewua Hospital to be handed over in the following year. You understand? I can read on and on and on. Is there? In fact, when you read the 2018 budget of Ken Ofori-Atta, and I want to read it to you here. Very, 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 very important. Let me read to you. Paragraph 731. Moro, I have it on my phone. Your cameras can pan onto it. To improve health service delivery for military and civilian personnel, the ministry continued the construction of the new 500-bed military hospital at Aferi, Kumasi, which will be commissioned in 2018. Because the idea was that by 2017-2018, those hospitals were supposed to be completed. In fact, I can read to you inspection by the then defense minister, the Honorable Nitiwu, who went to the project site in 2023 to inspect the project. In fact, the plan was that by 2023, after they have failed on several counts to complete the hospital, by 2023, they will be able to complete the hospital. They didn't do it. Let me read for you the relevant portions. He said that, so this is Ministry of Defense Ghana. Defense Minister inspects 500-bed military hospital at Aferi, August 19, 2023. He says that in his submission, the minister emphasized that the government will do everything possible to ensure that the facility becomes operational in 2023. That is the defense minister at the time. Let me read for you the then presidential advisor on health, Dr. Nsiah-Asare. On December 6, 2023, I read to you Aferi Military Hospital project revived. He says that the project, comprising 15 theaters, 500-bed facility with residential staff housing, was stalled due to delay in financial approval by the Ministry of Finance. The presidential advisor on health, Dr. Nsiah-Asare, who led a team to visit the hospital on Monday, said the government had released funds for work to resume. The facility will be fully operational by March 2024. This is Dr. Nsiah-Asare. Look, Asase Radio also did a publication on the matter. June 2024. I have all the records here. In fact, according to Asase Radio, they said that the contractor had been fully paid. The contractor had been fully paid. I can read it to you. The significant portions. It is expected. Let me read where they said it was paid. They said the company building the 500 Aferi Military Hospital in the Chuma-Wabieja district of Ashanti region has fully been paid by the government. Checks by the Asase Radio reviewed. It is expected that the contractor will now double down on completing the hospital and will hand it over for commissioning by the end of August 2024. And so after President Mahama did all the heavy lifting from the initial funding, the NPP came to meet these hospitals all about 50% completion in only 2 years. As for the Aferi, it was 90% complete. Sewua, 70% complete. After failing to complete and operationalize these hospitals, what the NPP had done, after they touted their love for the people in the Ashanti region, left these projects and went and announced Agenda 111, which they announced in 2020. President Kufuor told us that he will complete in 1 year. He couldn't do it. In August 2021, President Kufuor came and gave another completion deadline. He said they will complete in 18 months. When you add that 18 months, they were supposed to complete in February 2023. In March 2022, President Kufuor came and gave a different timeline. He now said that the 18 months completion was overly ambitious. Indeed, in 2024, Dr. Iwe, who was the chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Health, he now came and gave a final nail to the coffin and said that, oh, as for the Agenda 111, they can't complete. They ended up spending 4 billion Ghana cedis and couldn't complete. Today, we are told that we need extra 2 billion to complete. Now, having failed to deliver on projects that were inherited to you, one would have thought that since the inception of this new government, you give the support to government. In fact, the health minister tells us that for the Sewa Hospital, last week, there was electricity connection to the place. There was water pipes being laid to the place. There were roads, inner roads and accessory roads to the hospital being done. And he has given the indication that by the end of 2026, the hospitals will be completed. It is the height of hypocrisy, double standards, lack of principle, and public display of disrespect to the people that having been given all this investment, you fail to do it. And what amazes me is Dr. Nanayo Iwe, who was the chairman of the health committee. They sat down for all these hospitals to rot. They couldn't finish. A new government comes, the government is working on it. Then you parade media and MPP full soldiers to the hospital side. The same hospital you were bequeathed to and couldn't complete.
It's just an inspection tool.
What inspection?
It's just inspecting.
I sent your producer.
I
sent your producer a video. Right? I don't know whether you can play for me. The second link I sent you, the second video. He, Dr. Nana, are you a free? Is now telling us that in all the 8 years of the administration, they were using it to vary the cost of the project. Right? Is it what you are playing? I'm talking about the second link I sent you. Okay. They told us that in 8 years, they were just using the 8 years.
Okay.
To complete the project. And I don't think that we must encourage a conversation like that.
All right.
Governance is a continuum.
All right.
The project was bequeathed to you. It was your duty to complete it. A new government that comes. The minister has told you that they are working on, they are giving exact timelines for their completion.
All right.
These are videos. See, the contractors were on site. More, are you looking at it? The contractors were on site. 2016.
They did the 90%.
You understand?
But this is not 90%.
He said 90% of the structure of the hospital. And that the remaining 10%, they had imported all the things and what have you. Am I a contractor? I'm not a contractor. This is the contractor saying they were the ones on site. They said it's 90% complete. Right. You are sitting here, medical doctor. You are saying it's not 90%. And so I don't think that it was fair. Ghanaians can trust the government of President Mahama that we invest in hospitals more than any other government. President Mahama has a track record. He has delivered on a number of promises. He's delivered on Mahama Cares. He increased funding to national insurance. He's cleared nurses and what. It will be done. But we must criticize them and call them out for that display of hypocrisy and double standard that we did yesterday.
The NDC is still in the campaign mode.
Okay.
These rhetorics, you paraded them around before elections. Call the MPP names, call the Kufuor names. You had 8 good years to complete those facilities.
Each 8 years.
You were in power for 8 years.
You mean under the
NDC? But the project started in 2014.
Yes. Prof. Mills
started in 2014.
You had 8 years to complete.
Oh, really?
How? I don't understand.
When he gave credit to President Kufuor, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, for initiating for coming up with the idea.
Yes, coming up with the idea.
President Kufuor's Eurojet project.
He came up with the idea.
So after 2008, from 2009 to 2017, you had all the time to complete the facilities. Now let me tell you where the irony lies. My brother says what? The projects were 90% complete.
Yeah.
President Mahama commissioned UGMC Phase 1, Prof. Mills's project Phase 1. All credit to Prof. Mills. At the time the facility was commissioned and MPP came to power, architectural and equipment audit that was done pointed to the fact that the project was only 70% complete. You were able to commission a project, a hospital facility that was 70% complete. You commissioned it. Yet you did 90% affair and you couldn't commission.
But there's a difference.
Oh, please. What difference?
He just told you that it's 90%.
All that was left. All that was. But
yes.
so.
But in the case of UGMC, it was almost done.
70% complete.
Yes, 70% was usable.
70% complete is usable.
No, 70%
not
tomorrow. No.
Don't be making arguments. Don't do that.
Why don't want them to correct you? I don't want them to correct you.
No, I will not take it.
Because you know why?
I don't take it.
We are misleading our audience when it comes to the state of government.
Misleading what?
If somebody says 90% of it
was it operational? Was UGMC operational?
At the time the
MPP came. Was it operational?
Of course it was.
How was it operational? What did we have there to operation?
At the time,
tell me what was there to operate.
No, actually, when you were there were human beings working there. But it was officially commissioned when the NDC came.
Please. The project that was commissioned was 70% complete.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, you've done a 90% project and you couldn't complete it.
Yeah, but I'm saying the comparison is problematic.
How's it problematic?
Business
How's it problematic?
Business comparison.
How's it problematic? How's it problematic?
90% complete.
Please,
it's not the same as the project itself.
Please.
Exactly.
What Sammy said was that it was left with 10%. Right?
Yes.
So we have 90% completion.
But he just clarified.
Please.
Talking about
please. Sammy has not appointed you his PR. So please stop.
Because of time.
You don't want them to correct you.
He shouldn't correct me when he's speaking for you.
No. Rick, please go ahead.
You had all the time. 8 good years.
Okay.
You are on record. You have never started and completed any project in Ashanti region. There is no single hospital that we can say NDC started and completed in Ashanti region.
Right.
So the only time you had to show the people of Ashanti region that we care about your health was to at least complete Sewa and Aferi, Sammy. For the lack of care for the Ashanti people. For the lack of care. In fact, the Bekwa hospital, we started around Liman or so, going to me and yet. For the entire 8 years of the NDC in Ashanti region, they started only 2 hospital projects. Fomena and Kumewu. And you know how much they did by the time they were leaving office in 8 years.
What about Ferry and Sewa?
The highest completion for Fomena and Kumewu was 40%. The people who care about Ashanti region didn't care about their health. Hey. You have never started and completed any hospital project in Ashanti region. The best you did for them to show a little semblance of care and commitment to the people of Ashanti region was to start Kumewu and Fomena, and your completion was 40% highest. That is your record in Ashanti region when it comes to health.
Completed them.
They are completed.
Oh, okay.
They are completed. And we were so candid with Ghanaians when it came to health. And in our manifesto, when you pick the great book of Dr. Bawumia, from page 162 onwards, we took liberty to tell Ghanaians and gave Ghanaians a record when it comes to the health sector. And we itemized all health infrastructure projects started and completed by the Kufuor administration in all regions of Ghana. Now, if you go to Ashanti region, the problem and why we are here today is because of the congestion and the discussion, the problems at Komfo today. The fact that there is no intermediary facility for Ashanti region. Because per the structure of Ghana Health Service, you move up the ladder. The primary health care which terminates at the district hospitals, you move to the secondary facilities, which are the regional hospitals. There is no intermediary between the tertiary facility and the primary facilities. That is why there is congestion. The MPP started, completed project, commissioned, videos and pictures are there. Go to Sobronum, the hospital project is there. Go to Chedie, the hospital project is there. Go to Drobonso, the hospital projects are there. Sewa is complete. The last bit was a plant or a genset that needed to be procured. But money was even paid in January 2025 to bring the plant on board. And my final reference on the Sewa issue is the MCE for Bosumtwi, who told the whole world that please come to our aid because the hospital Akufo-Addo completed, the Sewa hospital Akufo-Addo completed, and staffed with medical equipment is at the behest of people committing burglaries and thefts, stealing those.
Do you know when Akufo-Addo
in those hospitals?
Eurojet issued a statement on it.
Please
give me 1 minute. I'll read the content of the statement to you.
Please.
Just 1 minute. They went and commissioned a hospital that they are not even paid for. They were not even done.
We're not paid for. Oh, look at it. Look at it.
Moro,
look at it.
So
his argument. Sami's argument is that.
I'll read for you.
Oh, Sami.
I'll read for you.
Oh,
that should tell you how this NDP can be.
Let me finish.
I'll read for you.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Moro, give me 10 minutes.
It is on record. Please. Moro, let me finish, Pastor. It's not fair.
Moro,
let me finish. His argument is that.
He doesn't want me to talk.
His argument is that Sewa was complete. His argument is that Sewa had all the medical equipment. His argument is that Sewa could function except Akufo-Addo had not paid the contractor. That's why we shouldn't use the facility. That's his argument.
No, that's not my argument.
You do not have any
that's
record.
Not my argument.
You do not have. You do not have.
No. The Eurojet man said that.
Let me finish my argument.
Please.
The NDC does not have any track record when it comes to hospitals in Ashanti region.
Look,
you do not have any track record. Go and complete those you came to meet. Beyond what the MPP gave Ashanti region, Agenda 111 facilities are there. At the behest of the wits.
You are not even ashamed talking about Agenda 111.
I understand.
You are not ashamed talking about. You are a medical doctor. You are not ashamed talking about Agenda 111
facilities. Well, complete them.
The contractor said that.
Capital expenditure project. You are not committing money to complete hospitals. And people are dying.
This is Eurojet.
People are dying. People are dying.
Please, with several
go and complete the facilities.
The completion of the hospital's power station.
Save yourself.
Akufo-Addo went and commissioned a hospital without electricity.
You have never given them any hospital.
A hospital without electricity.
You have never given them.
Do you know why you did the commissioning?
You have never given Ashanti region any hospital.
4th January.
Complete what you came to meet. At least you went to commission DMC at 70%. At least go and complete what you came to meet. We need to serve Ashanti region. They need to be served.
You are not ashamed.
Operationalize what was completed and commissioned. Drobonso, Chedia, Pepper.
It's the end of year. So let's wait.
Sobronso and Go. They are all complete. The equipment are there. Doctors, bankers, sat down staff. They are all there.
You sat down the facility.
Doctors are home. Nurses are home. They need jobs to do. Sami, give the job to the doctors and nurses to go and work in those
facilities. Are going to be, put together, and I'm sure that we're all going to be laughing, and patients are going to be well cared for. Good morning to you, my distinguished panelists. Good morning.
Yes.
Good to have you. All right, so it's a few moments to come. The School's Homecoming show is coming up. So before we do that, let me quickly ask you, starting from you, let's check from you. I mean, your high school, the one that you went to.
I went to Opoku-Ware.
Opoku-Ware in Kumasi.
That's OWAS, eh?
OWAS, all right. OWAS are yet to join us here at Metro TV, and I'm hoping that it's going to be very soon. But then, I mean, what we do normally every morning, Thursday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30, is to find out from our very distinguished Good Morning panelists some memories that when they were in school they had that, our wonderful viewers could also learn one or two from. I mean, in case these are parents that are listening to us, or they are just younger ones also that are listening to us. So let's share some memories when you were in Opoku-Ware.
Oh yeah, so I think one of the memories I have was our activities during Interco and Suzu.
Interco.
I was very, very interested in that part because during that time we had the opportunity to go out of school.
And you had opportunity. And were you one of the guys that like to do that bad thing, because I like to check on that one.
Oh no. I mean, there was this.
You never did any bad thing in school.
It was just an opportunity to go outside campus and
socialize.
Get fresh air and socialize.
So you were more of a good guy in school.
Oh yeah, of course.
Extremely good guy.
Of course.
Do you believe what he's saying?
No, I don't have reasons to doubt.
No, I just want to know.
I don't have reasons to doubt.
You don't have reasons to doubt. Well,
Yes.
okay. How about you? What school did you go to?
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. All right. St. Peter's are also yet to be here. But then, I mean, when you were in school, what was one of the most profound things that happened to you that you said to yourself that you're never going to forget that because this is something that guides you on and on and on and on, and even as you're here?
So St. Peter's primarily was known for the academic environment.
Okay.
Nothing really makes sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Except when you are studying.
Oh, okay.
So you will be forced to study. Even when you're not studying, you have to just open the books and pretend
that you're studying.
To be studying. And I believe anyone who has passed through St. Peter's, with our little haven we have on the hills, and our good weather in Kwewu.
In Kwewu, yeah.
I mean, it was just conducive for academic environment, and to everyone that went through St. Peter's, that's the only thing you take away from the school.
You never tell the school.
You should be asking him about. So people, I mean, how are students of St. Peter's called? For instance, I went to the best school in Ghana.
Oh, okay. According to you,
we are Santa Claus.
No, but according to you, that's according to you. Okay. Just one person.
So we are Santa Claus.
Is that not the case?
So we have Pescoba.
Oh, Pescoba.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And
we are Warriors. Akatechi.
Okay.
Okay. That's interesting.
Well, that's a good one. And the best school in the world, or in Ghana particularly, has to come from Accra. And we are yet to make that decision. And you're going to get to know. All right. Okay, so we're going to share one last thing from the both of you, and then we're going to go for the School's Homecoming show. Before you leave set, I mean, tell us one thing that you learned from school that you think has been guiding you all through that years and then even now.
Well, I think that when you have the opportunity to be in school, you must also explore other things. You cannot only be glued to your books. You must engage in sports. When I was in school, I was the school's captain for table tennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I played for Ashanti region. I played for, I think at the point in time I was about
Dr. Babe will invite you one of these days.
No problem. I'm sure I'll defeat him.
You defeat him?
Yeah.
Did you see him?
Oh, I saw him. I played for the Ashanti region. Almost started to play for Ghana until I started school. And
then politics got in?
Somewhere along the line.
Somewhere along the line. All right, that's all right. And how about you?
But I was also active in politics even in secondary school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're a team member?
Oh, no, secondary school. Before I became team communication officer, team president in university.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to come to you.
Yeah. I mean, we're also very good with sports. For the Kwewu zone, we were hosting all the sports activities. We have a hockey pitch, our b-ball courts, and the football field we call the stadium. So we have some stands there and all that. So when it came to sports, I mean, we all contributed. I was running for my house, not for the school. Because there were a lot of people who were really doing well, better than myself. So yeah, I didn't even venture. But for inter-house athletics, yes.
You're always there.
We're there.
Have you done any legacy projects for your school? I mean, any project at all that you've embarked on just to give the school a facelift?
Yeah, so it's done with the year groups. Until recently, I was the general secretary. I occupied the general secretaryship for my year group.
Okay.
And we are called the Garrisons. I actually influenced that name because I attended Garrison Basic School.
Yeah, I know Garrison Basic School.
So when it came to deciding on our name, we had a caucus meeting and I pushed the agenda strongly. And my colleagues accepted us to be called Garrisons. So yes, we are still in the process looking at our legacy projects to go back.
Well, you've got to come here so that we can talk about it and then project it to the rest of the world.
Leadership to find a date and come.
Sure. That'll be great. All right. Thank you very much for talking to us concerning your old school days. And Moro, thank you also very much. I mean, in some few moments, the School's Homecoming will be coming your way. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be right here with you as we enjoy a wonderful school coming all the way in the Volta region.
Through every stage of life, some things simply stay with us. The spirit of